Did you know Gaming recently got access to a leaked early build of Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, one that, according to internal metadata, predates even the official Gamescom reveal. While Konami hasn't confirmed the leak, the file was quietly uploaded to a forgotten FTP server listed in the HTML source code of the official site, right next to a placeholder image titled Big Boss Takes a Bubble Bath 3.png. We can't say how long it'll stay online, or if this was intentional, but what we found inside the game ranges from classic Kojima weirdness to what might be the most cursed stealth mechanic ever developed. Did you know? Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater is not just a graphical overhaul, it's an entire remake using Unreal Engine 5. But what many fans don't realize is that the development team originally intended to expand the game's survival mechanics in, let's say, unusual ways. Did you also know? Early design documents suggest Konami experimented with a hydration system. Snake would get dehydrated in hot environments, affecting his aim, stamina, and oddly his fashion sense. In some builds, low hydration caused his camo to change into Crocs and cargo shorts, dubbed the Florida Man mode, but it was scrapped due to playtesters reporting that it broke immersion during serious cutscenes, especially one where Snake interrogates a KGB officer while visibly holding a gas station cup of Big Gulp. While most players remember Snake having to treat his injuries manually, the remake reportedly included a psychological trauma system. Snake could develop phobias based on the gameplay choices. For instance, if you spent too much time in the swamp, he'd start flinching at toads, muttering, "They know too much," under his breath. That was my best impression of Snake. You're welcome. Did you know? One feature that made it past concept phase but was scrapped before launch was the trust meter with Ocelot. Dialogue choices and combat outcomes would influence whether he flirted with you, challenged you to a duel, or mailed you live cats. All three outcomes were labeled as canon in the developer's notes. Speaking of Ocelot, his revolver spin animation was originally 12 minutes long, fully mocapped, and had to be interrupted manually. Kojima allegedly called it the purest cinematic experience in gaming. Reviewers called it a hostage situation. Did you know? There's also a strange detail buried in the code, an unused enemy type called the Warden. He's fully modeled, has custom dialogue, and appears to be a prison guard who only attacks you if you're wearing a crocodile cap and humming. Nobody knows why. His idle animation is just him staring directly at the camera. Did you know? Motion capture in Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater was handled with meticulous attention to detail, but one of the strangest animations discovered by data miners involves Snake hitting the gritty. That's right, the file is labeled Patriot Gritty _version 3 final actual final.pack, which suggests this was the third time Kojima tried to sneak it in past QA. According to one unconfirmed interview, Kojima insisted the animation was lore accurate, claiming Snake learned it from an undercover CIA TikTok op in Laos. Did you also know? While the dance doesn't appear in the final game, entering a specific button combo while standing on top of the End's corpse causes Snake to briefly moonwalk, dab, and then salute to the camera before the game crashes. Modders refer to this as Gritty Zero. Did you know? In one hidden debug room, Snake enters a therapy session with Major Zero. It was a part of the scrapped mechanic where Snake could offload stress between missions by expressing feelings like regret or horniness. Saying the word horniness would cause the game to hard crash, likely for the best. Did you also know? Hidden deep within the game's codec files, modders uncovered several unused calls that hint at a scrapped dating sim mechanic. In one sequence, Snake can choose between asking Ava about enemy troop locations or her favorite color. If you pick incorrectly 3 times in a row, you unlock a bond level meter and get the option to gift her a frog. Unused dialogue suggests that the system extended to Volgin, the boss, and confusingly, a sentient beehive. Kojima reportedly called it Metal Gear Solid Love Eater and described it as Persona 3, but everyone has a gun. Did you also know a bizarre modding discovery also uncovered a camo texture labeled OnlyFans bonus? It featured nothing but sunglasses, baby oil, and a 15% creator code. The bonus claimed to offer a plus 30 distraction, but it came with a permanent debuff called Crippling Shame. Did you also know? This may be the darkest fact yet. There's a persistent urban legend that if you complete the game without killing a single enemy, defusing all the mines, and hugging every frog you see, Snake will ascend to a higher plane of consciousness and unlock a hidden codec call where he recites the entire plot of Kingdom Hearts backwards. This is known as the Genius Nobunga ending, and in a development rabbit hole I probably wasn't supposed to find, a placeholder NPC named Agent Orange shares voice lines and animations with a heavily redacted character file titled 45_real. Data miners say it was molded after a notable American businessman turned politician, and Kojima's original concept was to have him deliver a cryptic line about terrorists before being airlifted out by Ocelot. They said it couldn't be stealth. The camo was reportedly dropped after focus group described it as too realistic to be satire, and somehow more confusing than the the Sorrow boss fight. Subscribe for more trivia that may or may not cause existential dread. And remember, in the jungle, it's not bullets that kill you, it's frogs watching.